Well, here we are. Um, I normally don't do rants. I feel like I kind of ranted earlier to a friend and said some things online, but I'm going to make a video, and it isn't just about Batgirl. It's about Warner Brothers Discovery. It is about the merger that happened with this company, which sounded great, had some talent leave. Um, I even bought some shares of the company in my IRA, and yes, well, actually today, because of news recently, I sold out. I mean, even if it makes money, I'm not gonna put money into something that I can't trust. And it was the cancellation of Joe Pera Talks with You, which I have not seen a lot of. I watched most of it during COVID, and now the rest of it's come to HBO Max, and I'll watch it. And I love HBO Max. Um, I liked a lot of the stuff they were doing. I thought Batgirl sounded so cool. I was actually a fan of the comic and loved the casting, loved everything about it. And it's just strange where I think I remember reading that test audiences really liked it and they were going to put more money into it and think about even releasing it in theaters. But they didn't. And I wonder if I should move myself. I'm going to keep myself in the video. Yeah. It's me as a little talking head in the corner. I'm sorry. There's not going to be a lot going on other than me talking. I'm not going to be doing a big video editing. I'm not great at video editing, but I'm going to rant for a minute here. But it's fucked up. It's real fucked up because they were going to put like an extra 30 to 40 million dollars into post productions. That's why it got delayed. Then it was supposed to come out like at the end of this year or around Christmas. Um, it seemed really cool to try something new, but put a good chunk of money and talent into it. It had big names in this film, and everyone, especially on the internet, was all like, for Brendan Fraser coming back, cast him as a villain, heard great things about it. You're never going to see these performances now. Because this is the thing that's real fucked up about this is, and they did this for the Scooby-Doo movie or whatever, because I know that James Gunn wanted to do another Scooby too. Um, but I don't know if this is that one. This is more about Batgirl. But basically, they're going to take a tax write-down on these films. But legally, you cannot then monetize it. So it's done. It's been done. They did test audience footage. They just, it did so well. They were like, we might not release on streaming. We might put more money into it, see if it gets in theaters. The problem is the new basically CEO of Discovery, David Zaslav, I think that's how you say his name. He basically was like, we're not going for. It either needs to be like wife swap, the fucking hot trash reality show, or it needs to be big budget HBO. We're not going to do anything in the middle, and we don't want to really do direct to streaming movies. We want to straight up do, it's either going to be big blockbuster or shithole show. Is what we're doing. And something else happened, which is my thoughts on all this because of reading something. On July 31st is when it was posted. Cartoon Network News posted this on Twitter. They're great. CN schedules. Go check them out. It was my take on it was basically this sounds like when Activision bought Blizzard. It is when you want short-term gains to please stockholders instead of actually investing in creating things. And instead of originally, like, Warner Bros. Was rotating in another direction, and they were like, hey, fuck it. We're just going to give people IPs, let them do what they want. Our characters can stay on their own. We don't need a consistent world. Each person can do their own world. And now they're like, we're going to go the Marvel route. And it's like, Marvel already did that, and there's things about that aren't great. It's like you can't move Spider-Man's story along, or we got to wait a while till we do the next Black Panther because he's dead now, and until they undo him because of Thanos, we can't have it, and he fucking dies. And so, like, hey, he got a great story arc and he was in some shit, but You didn't get more of them because Ryan Coogler just couldn't fucking do movies because you got to wait for it. So now they want to do this bullshit too. Um, so basically, they expected layoffs. They said thousands of workers are expected to be affected as the company deals with a bigger mess than initially expected. Um, the thing that stood out to me was Joe Pera being canceled because I don't think that cost a lot. And it's like AMC and Breaking Bad. I don't think people realize Breaking Bad didn't really take off till the end of the third season, the beginning of the fourth. Because I started watching it around season two. Like my dad watched the first episode. I thought it was okay. Later on, after the show was out for a while, people were like, "Oh, you gotta stick with this show." Once I got to episode 4, I was like, I think it was Crazy Handful of Nothing. I was like, "Holy shit, this show's amazing." You get to the end of season 3, it was fantastic, and then it's becomes one of the greatest shows of all time. Ozymandias is, if you go to greatest single episodes of all time, Ozymandias is on there. Phenomenal show. I remember George R. R. Martin even tweeting like, "Good Lord, like I have to get better at writing." That's a hell of an episode. Um, and like this is what it was supposed to be: home box office, movies at home, HBO Max. And I'm scared they want to combine Discovery and Max and some new thing that costs more. I'm thinking about just canceling my subscription. Like fuck it. Like you can watch shit other ways if you really want to. And a lot of their stuff that should be on is like on Hulu. Rick and Morty's on Hulu. Why the fuck am I paying for HBO Max? And you're getting rid of all this shit that I like. Like, Cartoon Network had a weird tweet that I think has been deleted. I wasn't able to find it, where it's just like, things might, we doubt things will change, but they might, or something along those lines. It was really cryptic. But yeah, let me read this here. I mean, here's the issue: is you're canceling this, but it's like, I talked to J.K. Rowling, and we're gonna do more Harry Potter stuff, and it's like, man, like stop milking that shit for all it's worth. Like, fuck it, man. He's not a big fan of direct-to-streaming movies, citing low return on investment, content churn, blah blah blah. Sorry, the dog barked too. It pissed me the fuck off. I'm in a bad mood from all this. I think this is terrible. As someone who was like, "Oh, I love how Warner is shifting directions," it's like it's this huge ship that was routing in one direction, and as soon as it's starting to steer the course, someone else has just spun the wheel and changed it again. So you're going nowhere. And one of my favorite things is a quote: "People are looking back a little wistfully at the AT&T era," says one Warner Bros. Discovery senior exec who left this year. "I don't think I've ever seen someone come in and look to just outright gut a company like this," says another senior Warner vet. "Layoffs expected to be performance-based." And other people have comments. This is my own thoughts, but they just want to do big franchises, so no little small things, no cool ideas. It's going to be the stuff that makes money. So as a company, it's going to make money, but it's something I want to enjoy. That's scary. And as a company I was putting money into, in the long run, this is just showing me this is just a good short-term trade. This maybe isn't even worth fucking investing in. Like, put your money in Paramount Plus. Put it in Paramount. I wanted this because I'm like, well, I believe in what HBO Max is doing. I believe in all this. But if they're going to merge it or change or gut HBO Max to be part of Discovery or some bullshit, while Paramount's like killing it in theaters, they killed it with Top Gun, they're doing shows that everyone likes. They even somehow got the fucking license to like all the music videos for Beavis and Butthead. They got South Park. The Yellowstone thing was big with people. Like, they seem to know what they're doing. And then with Pluto TV, I actually tried it out. It's pretty cool. It's free. You don't have to sign up or make an account. You just go and check it out. I just don't know what to think. And this is all very upsetting because I like a lot of what Warner was doing and their, you know, their the other sections of Warner like Cartoon Network and everything, and even the Max Originals. And I'm like, well, are Max Originals going away? So same day streaming going away, which I bet it will. You know, Dune's not going to come out and be on streaming the same time it's in theaters. Which, by the way, I showed up to theaters to see it. It did fucking amazing in theaters, because that was the way to see it. But it was still nice to kind of rewatch scenes at home. You know, that moment you walked out to take a piss, you can go back home and, you know, look at it. If it's a good enough movie and it looks amazing, you go to theaters to see it. A lot of the times you want that experience, especially with what all happened in COVID. Yeah, there. I just think it's crazy. It's like what happened with Paramount Plus, where I think like they did the Paw Patrol movie, and they were like, actually, we didn't realize that when people subscribed to Paramount Plus, this Paw Patrol movie that was showing up, it was basically free advertising. They're paying literally for us to advertise it, and then thought, instead of watching it here, let's take the kids to the theater. They actually did so much better than they even thought by offering it on streaming. It seems like what HBO Max wants to do, well, Discovery. It's not even Warner or HBO. It's Discovery now. This is all fucking Discovery, which has been like it's shit to begin with. Whatever. I just thought like, oh, this will be good. Just let Warner do their thing. I think they're letting HBO do their thing, but if they cancel this new Batman cartoon, God, I'll be pissed. But I don't like this. I don't like, hey, let's switch where we're going again. Are we going to get a Matt Reeves Batman? Are Max Originals going to go away? So it's only going to be HBO stuff? You know, I don't even know, was I Will Destroy You, was that a Max Original? I watched some of that. It was pretty good. I don't know. But man, everyone wants you. It's like this movie has nostalgia, specifically Batwoman. I'm looking at this going, you got Michael Keaton in it, you got all these other actors, Brendan Fraser's in it, you have a lead that's female. It hits all the notes. She even has her friend, and I even saw set pictures because it was in the comic, is like a trans roommate and everything that's part of the story. You're literally having the thing that groups want to see, which is diversity, while having characters and actors that play them you already know, and doing an original story that's not like catering to some political ideology. It's going to just tell a good Batgirl story, and you're going to shelve it for a tax write-off. And these people, especially like I think Leslie Grace is kind of big. I know Brendan Fraser hasn't been around for a while, but like they put a lot of fucking work into it, and you know, they're great, but they don't have the clout of like J.K. Simmons or Michael Keaton at the moment. And so, you know, you want people to see you acting so you get more jobs. You know, I mean, they act for money, but they also act to be seen. And the fact that test audiences said this was so good, and they were even considering putting it in the theaters and pumping more money into it, which is why it was delayed, and they just changed it, is crazy. And the Joe Pera thing too, because I think they just need to market that better. This economy sucks. I really don't pay for cable. I do streaming. If things would have got better, I would be buying Cartoon Network. There's even hints from that weird tweet that maybe they'll get rid of Toonami or change it. And I just think all that sucks. I mean, maybe it's good for them making money, but it's kind of cool when you know you're going to get something original or cool or interesting. Like they're trying. I don't want to see all this other bullshit. I'm tired of Harry Potter stuff. I love the books. I read them. I've seen all the movies, but I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of Star Wars too. It's like, have we ever gotten a Batgirl movie? No, it's totally different theme. This is cool. You know what they did with Dune, all this stuff is great. God. Yeah, TBS, TNT, True TV will likely get a new programming strategy focused on cheaper reality fare and potentially new scripted series with sizable cuts to HBO Max's alternative team expected. Doesn't that sound wonderful? That sounds like the best shit ever. Like, fuck, I'll suck his dick for this. This sounds fantastic. Know that Max and TNet spend way more on unscripted than Discovery does. Guess what? I'm sure Fuckboy Island is better than anything Discovery has made. Good Lord. Oh, man. Yeah, HBO and HBO Max may consolidate scripted operations, but otherwise won't be messed with much. Both are already overseen by them, and he has respect for him and the brand. Okay. But man, fuck all this. Fuck this shit. This is gonna be like what Activision did to Blizzard. And I want no part of it. And I'm thinking I'm gonna cancel my fucking subscription. Cause fuck it. Like, why? Like, you can get any of this stuff any other way, but I loved what they were doing. I'm gonna support them. It's just amazing, and I'm probably not interested in watching some of this shit. I mean, that's the thing too. Is the reason HBO works. Sorry, this rants forever, but the reason HBO works is because you can go watch The Soprano or The Wire 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It'll still be fucking amazing. And that's what you're building up. Instead, you want short-term retention just to make money. You don't want to have original movies in the streaming service. But there are people that like that stuff. And guess what? If you invest in making quality entertainment that is timeless, your back catalog is full of good things. And this is telling me you're not interested in that. And I'm scared of them combining HBO Max with this shit. You know, I do not care. I don't want to watch fucking True TV. If I do, I'll get a fucking antenna and attach it to my, I don't know how the fuck. I got an HD antenna. Yeah, that'll work. And I'll just watch it. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are you doing? You know, Bear Grylls is cool and all, but like, fuck. Like, seriously? Like, get rid of Bear Grylls. I'll take Batgirl over it. It might even be a terrible movie. And I'd rather take that than some other shit. And I don't hate Bear Grylls. He's cool. Like, sorry, Bear Grylls. I don't hate you. But, like, fuck, dude. Like, fuck this reality stuff. We have reality TV. It's called YouTube. We have vloggers. We don't need this shit anymore. You go to HBO because it's home box office. And if you're not delivering box office quality to the home, then why the fuck do we need you? End rant.